YouTube! Welcome to part 13 of Ashiru figuring out her coming out story. Alright, so in my last video I talked about figuring out what my type was, what I was attracted to, and in turn like figuring out what my energy is. So I enjoy being the shorter person in the relationship, and I also enjoy being the more, what do you call it, masculine in terms of energy. So I like the one to make the plans and the decisions and basically like the assertive one. Right? And so I have a guy recommend someone to me that then asked me out, and he seemed to be a perfect fit because yes, he was taller than me, and also he was incredibly feminine, and he was actually okay with being feminine. Like usually a lot of guys would be really insecure if they were, and they would try to like man up or like appear manly or act manlier than what their like core energy is. But he was okay with his feminine energy, and it was just really refreshing, right? And it was a lot of fun because he didn't mind the fact that I can have a really manly laugh and he could have a really girly laugh, and we would really play off each other like Jesse and James from Team Rocket. And so I feel like I found my James if I was like Jesse. And that's where I am right now in terms of relationship status. And of course, being with a guy means that I blend in, right? Like I don't appear queer in public, except when, you know, I'm dressed in my, what I call my artist uniform, which is basically a rainbow. And of course, a lot of my stories and my characters are all over the spectrum, right? So that, I don't know what else to add to this story or how to wrap it up in terms of what I identify as. Because I really like this quote I came across. I don't remember who is the author of this quote, but I'll look it up, and if I can, I'll tell you in another video. But it says, "You can never write a biography of a novelist because he is too many people." And that one resonated with me because I do feel like I am a lot of different people, right? That's why it comes out in my stories that I have, you know, some characters that are incredibly macho and incredibly like call dark, and they like the kinky and they like the sex. And then there's the other opposite end, right? I have the characters who are incredibly modest, incredibly meek, incredibly ace, like really ace. Right, so and I have characters who are incredibly masculine in appearance or incredibly feminine in appearance, and I have characters who are androgynous, and some characters who are genderqueer, some characters that really look like they just, you can't tell, they're sometimes one, sometimes the other, or some that are really neutral. And so I feel like the best way to describe me is queer, just because I embody all these characters. And yeah, and I am just drawn to anyone who has a rather fluid or a rather 50-50, 60-40 in terms of their energy. I will describe it as the average woman is 80% feminine and 20% masculine. You've got to have both. It is impossible for you to be born with purely one energy, right? It's like a yin yang, right? And then most men are born with 80% masculine energy and 20% feminine energy, right? Because you need to have feelings. Guys have feelings, come on. And yeah, but then the people who are queer, I feel like they're sort of in between, right? They're the more 50-50 energy. And I feel like it's the blend of the masculine and the feminine which creates life, like literally, like, you know, man and woman makes a baby. Like the feminine and the masculine energy together is really sparks creativity. I feel like that's why most artists and like creative people are like a very large percentage or ratio of them probably identify in Under the Rainbow as part of the rainbow. So that, I think that's it. I don't know if there will be a part 14, but I will end it here for now because I have another commitment. But thank you for listening to me trying to figure out what my coming out story is. And if you have any comments or suggestions or anything else you want me to talk about, please leave them down below in the comments. And I guess it's Ashiru out. Until next time.